Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us today. I'm Kelly Walsh, Executive Director for the Greater Indiana Clean Cities, and we're here to celebrate alternative fuel vehicles and technologies. We have a dozen vendors here in the room today, all providing information on vehicle technologies from natural gas-powered vehicles to electric-powered vehicles. The vehicles are also on display outside. We have over 20 vehicles on display on the west end of the Capitol, from electric cars up to a Class 8 natural gas tractor trailer and everything in between. So we encourage you to go outside as well. Today we're here to hear an update on House Bill 1324, Representative Randy Frye's bill. And I'm honored to have Representative Randy Frye here to talk about his legislation. Representative?
Good morning. Thank you so many of you for coming out this morning, and I know legislators will be trickling in as they arrive here on a Monday morning, and it's a beautiful spring morning. I also want to thank all of you who are providing the booths here today and all the information, and have all brought trucks and cars here. There are, as Kelly said, there is a large fleet of natural gas powered vehicles as well as propane and electric vehicles on the west side of the State House here. Some of those are just for you to view, and some of them I believe we can even drive. It would be good if you can drive one. You can see how well they perform on natural gas, propane, or gasoline as our traditional fuel vehicles. I want to give a little update on House Bill 1324 and where it came from and what its intent. Over the past 2 years, I've researched the use of natural gas as a motor vehicle fuel. In that time, I visited natural gas fuel stations and manufacturing facilities all across Indiana. In July of 2012, I held the first of 2 natural gas summits at the Indiana Chamber of Commerce. A second was held on October the 3rd. I invited corporations from all across the United States to come and help me, and I posed the following question to the group. Is natural gas as a motor vehicle fuel an option for Hoosiers? If it is legislation necessary? And if legislation is necessary, what would it look like? House Bill 1324 is a result of those 2 meetings and the feedback from those groups. The groups included, but not all-inclusive, Indiana Clean Cities, Indiana Chamber of Commerce, Citizens Gas, Honda, Cummins, Clean Energy, IMCO, Vectren, NIPSCO, Monarch Beverage, Country Mark, NFIB, UPS, Indiana Manufacturers Association, Indiana Motor Truck Association, Indiana Utility Regulatory Commission, and others. Well, what does House Bill 1324 actually do? The goal of the bill is to get natural gas fuel stations constructed all across the state. I believe that all of us would be burning natural gas in our cars, pickup trucks, and large vehicles if there were gas stations available. And so we wanted to find a way to create natural gas stations to encourage them to be constructed. And the bill does that by an incentive on Class 8 vehicles. Class 8 is our larger vehicles, our big trucks that pull tractor trailers. And the incentive is $18,000 per truck, with a limit of 10 trucks per corporation or 200 trucks over a year's period of time. We also increase the amount of revenue that the state of Indiana can pay for alternative fuel vehicles from 10 to 20% over traditional fuel vehicles. In the first 13 months of their program of alternative fuel vehicles, NDOT has saved $1,100,000 for Hoosier taxpayers. We believe that number can be substantially larger as we continue to see those vehicles converted. We classified natural gas when used as a motor vehicle fuel as a special fuel for tax purposes. We apply the road use tax to natural gas and propane to equal gasoline gallon equivalent or diesel gallon equivalent respectively. What we're trying to do here is level the playing field. If you're running diesel, gasoline, natural gas, or propane, you'll pay the same tax. We need to continue to maintain our highways. We eliminate the alternative fuel decal for special fuel vehicles. We withhold the sales tax from the sale of natural gas for the period of 3 years. Many of our large corporations, trucking corporations, are tax exempt and don't pay the sales tax. One of the ways that we're offsetting the cost of the incentive for the trucks is by withholding that sales tax for a period of 3 years. We increased the maximum gross vehicle weight for a Class 8 vehicle by 2,000 pounds. We know that the tanks that hold the fuel on a natural gas vehicle are heavier than the tanks on a traditional diesel truck. And so we want to increase the gross vehicle weight by 2,000 pounds in Indiana so we don't penalize those companies a ton of freight per load by switching to natural gas. And finally, the bill sunsets the vehicle tax credit and returns the sales tax to tax-exempt corporations after a period of 3 years. The goal of this legislation is to spur the installation of natural gas fuel stations, and we went with the Class 8 vehicles, the large vehicles, because it only takes 18 large trucks fueling per day to pay for the cost of constructing the natural gas fuel station. It takes 200 cars. The beauty of it is when you're running compressed natural gas in your large truck, you can also fuel your car or pickup truck at the same fuel island. So again, the goal of the bill is to have natural gas fuel stations so all of us can fill our vehicles, not just the big trucks, but cars, pickup trucks, and so on. I know we have pickup trucks and cars on the west side of the State House that you can look at and that are running on natural gas today. So with that, I thank you for coming. I'll be happy to take any questions that anyone has. And please enjoy your breakfast and then head on out and take a look at those trucks and see what a beautiful fleet we have here today. Thank you.